Hey guys, Huzz here, bringing you another video. Now, just before we get into it properly, I thought I'd explain what's going on with this video. So you can see me at the bottom right. Basically, ignore me for this game. It's a long story, but I'll tell it briefly. I recorded this game yesterday as a live commentary. You can see myself talking to you guys as I normally do. And unfortunately, when I went to edit the video, the audio became corrupt. Therefore, couldn't use the audio. Then I thought, okay, I haven't done a pre-recorded commentary in a long time. I'm going to go on lolking or op.gg, get the record file, and then just do one of those. And unfortunately, neither of them websites actually recorded the game. I don't really know how they work, but none of them recorded the game. So I was like, oh. So I don't have any pre-recorded footage apart from this live one that I did, and I don't have the audio. So I thought, because I actually like this game, normally I'd probably just do another Plat to Diamond episode and then just forget about it. But because I actually like this game, things went quite well because of certain things. I thought, let's just do a kind of a hybrid. I'm pre-recording, well, this is a pre-recorded commentary, as in I'm recording over some footage that already exists. But obviously it's not from a spectator's lobby, it is from the live game feed or footage that I took yesterday. So hopefully this goes okay. It means I can't control the camera, obviously, but I probably focus on myself very often, but we'll see how this goes. So let's get started again. Bottom right, you probably notice a few things different, that I'm now having a green screen in future videos. It's not perfect, I know it's not perfect. Currently in the process of making the lighting, etc. work, but I am playing Syndra this game against an Ahri. Now, this matchup itself is a skill matchup most of the time, and it basically determines whoever wins the lane, whoever lands a skill shot, or the stun or the charm, whoever lands that first will most likely come out on top, because both of the champions are so bursty. Whoever lands the CC first basically will just get the damage off and therefore probably kill the other person. So I'm playing Syndra mainly because she is kind of my favourite AP mage and has been for quite some time. And I'm against an Ahri, and the skill of this game from memory was my team was high platinum and the enemy team actually was majority diamond 5. So that's where we are kind of in the series. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to finish the series by the end of the season. We'll have to see. We've got maybe a week or two left. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we'll see. We might get diamond, we might not. If we don't, then it doesn't really, bother me that much. Basically, for those who are not aware, we were actually Platinum 1 at one point on this account. But due to, I think we went on like a 6 losing streak suddenly, we went all the way down to Platinum 2. And since then, I haven't played the account quite so much. So, my team comp, let's just go through it. We have a Psy on top, we have a Vi jungle, Syndra mid, Graves and Soraka bot lane. Now, I like our team comp to a certain extent. I'll be honest, when Sion was picked top, I'm not a massive fan of him, especially that this Sion has actually opted for Ignite, not Teleport. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Sion, mainly because I don't think he offers a lot. As for a tanky champion, I think other things do it better, because, well, you can see Kennen just actually executed himself, which for him is not that great. Ahri does go for a charm, and it's very easy to dodge most charms. I will have to say, a bit of a spoiler in this game, that Ahri actually did not do a very good job of landing skill shots this game. Maybe she was having a bad game, don't really know. I was playing quite well in a certain way, or sometimes, especially during the later stages of the game. But yeah, the Ahri did have a bit of difficulty landing some skill shots. So the enemy team is a Kennen top lane, a Rek'Sai jungle, an Ahri bot lane, and a Corki Nidalee support. Or Corki AD carry Nidalee support. Now again, I am not a big fan of Kennen top right now. I don't think he does a lot. And I can't really remember the LoL Nexus screen. I'm not sure if this guy plays Kennen or not. I don't really know. And obviously I'm not a fan of Soraka support. It really doesn't offer you much. And plus it kind of puts a AD carry on tilt once you see kind of a trolley support. So right now in this game, I should probably realise I'm actually getting partially baited in staying over to the right side. I really should have known this And what you're about to see is a gank. So that was actually well played by Ari. She does hit a charm and I do go down, and that was completely my fault. One, you know, I didn't have vision there, obviously. But secondly, Ari completely, like, just herded me like a sheep. She stayed over to the left of the lane, so I was avoiding her to the right, and that made it for a very easy gank from Rek'Sai. Now, a lot of people ask me what's my opinion on Rek'Sai. Now, Rek'Sai, for me, she's one of the strongest junglers in solo queue right now. Why? Because her early game is so strong, and her damage actually scales very well also. Now this is a 2v3 bot lane. Our bot lane is actually doing really, really well right now. The silence basically just wrecked the enemy team. There's one kill for Graves. There's going to be another. So really well played to them. They just turned a gank really easily. So that's great for us. I do always like when my bot lane wins, because once your AD carries ahead of the enemy one, it makes for not an easy win, but a lot easier. So there was a gank from Vi. It was successful. We do get her ultimate out, which does make her vulnerable when I'm level 6. She is not opting to go back to buy yet, which is risky on her behalf. And I am closing in to level 6, as you can probably see by the bottom left of the screen. And once I hit level 6, I would probably, if, you know, telling myself, I would probably go for a kill if she is still around in the area. Sion ult does come up, and they both miss both the Vi Q and the Sion ultimate, which does enable Kennen to live. Gonna go back and buy. Item build wise this game, it is a double AP comp, so in theory Athene's wouldn't be too bad, but I think I do actually opt going for a Morellonomicon in the end. And also, the Sion, again, he confuses me a bit. Okay, you pick Sion top. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yes, I think there could be other things, or other better things, but oh well. He's got Ignite. That is a questionable thing. But then he's got a tier. A tier first item on a Sion top lane who, from memory, goes tanky AD. I don't really think that's the most optimum way to go. He is going toe-to-toe with Kennen, but he is right now, so arguably the tier isn't really doing its job, or it's not enough mana regen that he needs, or he needs to conserve it a little bit more, not really sure. But they both just come out and survive. So in this lane, in mid lane right now, we're kind of even on NXP, but probably not even on damage if I can do my full combo. So right now I am looking to try and kill her, and that was a free kill. I actually, again from memory, was going to go for the Ignite on her there, but I was slightly out of range, so it didn't actually go off, and therefore I still killed her without Ignite, which again means when she comes back into lane, if my ultimate comes back on cooldown, off cooldown, it means I still have the Ignite to do that exact same thing again. But obviously she'll come back into lane with probably a couple more items, and that's why you need the Ignite to secure them kills. So as for some of the spells in mid lane, a lot of people get confused whether to take the Ignite or anything like that. Now what just happened there was Graves just perfectly did a combo, and that is a brilliant example of somebody just knowing their champions, you know, champion inside and out. He knows how much damage he can output at what time in the game, and he just knew he could kill Corki there, so that was really nice play by Graves. I do feel sorry for this Corki, I have to be honest, because a Nidalee support honestly offers nothing. So if you're somebody, and here's the thing, it's not a surprise, it's not a weird thing that Nidalee support is a more common thing in lower ELO. You know, that's just a thing that happens. Now, unfortunately, Ari goes for an all-in. I dodged the charm. It's partially that I dodged it, but also that she just blatantly missed it. So there's one of two things going on there. But yeah, I do feel sorry for the Corki, because Nidalee support is not something that really helps you at all. And again, I've been playing AD carry quite a bit often, or quite a bit more of recent days. And if I get a trolley support, it can definitely affect your performance. Now right now, me and Vi are heading over to the blue buff. We have 100% vision on the Rek'Sai. He now knows that Vi's in the area, but he has no idea I'm here. So I come in for the kill, looking for it. He actually got the blue, I believe. Oh no, he didn't. Vi got it, but he should go down. That was a really nice ultimate by Vi, basically stopping him in his tracks. But unfortunately, the enemy bot lane come in. Now, if you look on the minimap at the bottom right, look at where our bot lane is. Unfortunately, nowhere to be seen. That was partially our fault for probably going a bit deep and not really pinging for help, but also the bot lane not being that proactive. Also, you know, Soraka had ultimate, so she might have been able to save myself if I could get to the wall and flashed over. Vi did survive, but what Vi is doing right now is very, very silly. You're at that health in the jungle. you're simply just going to die for free, and there's a kill for Corki. When you're that low and the enemy bot lane has not returned to bot lane yet, just back. It's really not worth the extra 100, 150 gold you're going to get from a couple of camps. So just go back and buy. That's a 300 gold kill that Corki really shouldn't have got, basically. So my bot lane is looking for something here, potentially. Now, unfortunately, it's a Soraka lane. I do rate Soraka quite highly as a support. But unfortunately, obviously, she doesn't give you any really big positives in terms of, you know, aggression in them situations. Now, there's a 2v1 going up in top lane. Ahri just got completely blocked by minions then. That was really unfortunate. Now, from memory, this Sion was an annoying person that likes to taunt people in Ord chat, as you're about to see. But yeah, that actually was unfortunate for Ahri. Now, I'm just going to flash in, use my ultimate, and just get a free kill. Why not take a free kill when you can get it? Arguably, I didn't really need to get that because I'm already ahead, but I thought I'd take it anyway. Now, if I didn't ping, I was on my way to blue buff, this Vi would have 100% taken this blue. Which is a bit sneaky, I will be honest. As a jungler myself, when I do jungle, I always ping the buff, and if the mid laner doesn't make it to the buff in time, that's their problem. But I always ping it to make sure that they know it's happening. So my bot lane, again, they're doing really well. Nothing really to say about it other than they're doing well. Now, Rek'Sai is looking for an aggressive play on myself. He does miss his Q, I believe that is, in Rek'Sai form. And he does tunnel away, going... I find the tunnels quite funny. Like, the one thing I do have to say about Rek'Sai, some people may disagree with me. I don't think Rek'Sai has an amazing place in League of Legends. Now, a lot of people will be, what do you mean? Is it not a good champion? No, it's a good champion. Just actual champion design, having these burrows all over the map. I just don't think it's a very good thing for League of Legends. I don't think it really fits. You know, I don't know. It's just me. I just don't think it's a very nice thing to have all over the map. Now, I do, luckily for me, dodge the charm, but I do get hit by a spear. Bot lane, again, if you look at the minimap, Graves is not really paying attention. I do get hit by a spear, and Soraka has ultimate again, but she's not using it. I'm starting to spam ping, but I do die. The Soraka this game, I do have to say, didn't use ultimate very well. You know, she only really used it when she had vision of a fight. Like, right there, she used it because she was in the middle of the fight. She does, from what I can tell, she wasn't looking around the map to see if her top laner needed it or the mid laner needed it. She was only using it if the people around herself needed it, which is a sign of actually a not very good Soraka. So you actually can see right now I'm actually opting to go for an Athene's right now, but I changed my mind because what basically I'm thinking right now is, hang on, I'm not that scared of the Ahri or the Kennen. For whatever reason, I don't really know why, I just kind of thought the Ahri hasn't hit very good charms. She's hit a couple, but she hasn't actually hit the clutch ones right now. So I'm not that scared of her, and I'm really not scared of a Kennen. So I thought, may as well, let's go for a Morello. It gives me more mana regen, and it just gives me the damage now. Now, what Nidalee is that and that are doing right now is really dumb, so I go for the free kill. So close in getting her. She does heal, but she still goes down from the ignite. So that was a nice kill. That was a nice free kill. Soraka also got the mid tower, which is a good thing. You know, I'm not going to deny that it's bad. And Sion picks up a kill on Kennen. Again, I will 100% put my hands up and say at the beginning of this game, I was not overly thrilled that I had a Sion top lane with ignite. But in this game, he kind of proved that he does know his champion. From memory, he does main Sion. I don't know, he does a bit of a couple of weird things here and there. One, taking Ignite, I think that's a bit weird on Sion as a tank. And secondly, building a tier first item. For me, it's a bit odd, but oh well. Ahri, desperate for kills, does go in on Soraka, and she does also flash to try and get away. But hello, I'm there, and I pick up a free kill. Ahri goes, oh hi, so yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, me and Vi are going to do a free dragon. Graves doesn't need to come because me and Vi can sort this out. Graves is going to continue pushing bot lane, maybe going for the tier 2. If he was here, yeah, this will go quicker, but it doesn't really need to be here. Now, the enemy blue buff also came up, so you can see me pinging to try and get some help. Now, unfortunately, I do think Graves does go down. He does. But I'm going to also go in for a kill myself. And there we go. So that is actually a blue buff for me. So that actually means Vi can take it. It did look like she was going to try and give it to me, but she stopped damaging it at 1 health. And of course her red buff killed it. But that's fine. I got a blue buff from Nidalee, so I am happy. Sion does look that he eventually does go down. Does get his killing spree on Rek'Sai there. But yeah, as I said, I'm somebody that always believes in pick your strongest champions available. You know, if you know 50 champions in the game of League of Legends that you're confident in playing, always pick the strongest out of them 50 or whatever. That is just my general opinion on things. Now, this ward, where I always put it, is a really easy ward. It basically is free kills, honestly. Especially on a Syndra or something like that can just burst people. Syndra's probably the best one at doing it. And yeah, you just simply get the ward there. If you get a half health jungler or a low health jungler and you've already got the mid turret, it pretty much means that you can potentially go for a kill. Now, unfortunately, I got a bit cocky in basing, but I do survive, so it's not that bad. So yeah, I survived, did have to burn the flash. Ahri did land a charm. But yeah, the Nidalee, she's going very aggressive for a Nidalee support. So if I was you guys, again, there's going to probably be people disagreeing with me in the comment section below, but I would probably predict that them people would be of the lower rating. Just as a generalization, you might not be, but it is kind of what I kind of always see it as. Unfortunately, Vi is getting completely surrounded, but I should be able to do some spring cleaning. So there's one free kill. Now, what Ahri has done really bad is Ahri's just left. If Ahri was still here, they had probably a chance to kill me, but there's a free double kill for myself that's made my score 8-3-2, and Ahri just simply ran away. If she landed a charm on me or something, then that would have been probably a free kill for them. So after I killed the Corki actually recognized me, which I kind of find funny. It's like, right, he's somebody probably that doesn't look at summoner names unless he's actually around them. So yeah, that was pretty cool that I got recognized. So Corki, if you're watching this, like you said, you probably would. Hello. You played okay, but I do sympathize that you had an Nidalee support. So yeah. But this game so far is going quite well for us. I don't know why the Rek'Sai continuously is trying to fight the Graves, because the Graves right now is ridiculously fed. And the Rek'Sai, although she's a very strong champion, she is also considerably squishy. So yeah. There is continuous fighting going on. The Nidalee, again, she's going for pure aggression and she just simply dies for it. She's going for an AP build and it's not useful. I'm not going to repeat that point anymore. You guys know how I feel about it now, so I don't really need to say anymore. But yeah, Kennen is trying to look for something. He is quite weak in himself. That was a kind of a weird flash by the Corki. He does go down, but he does pick up the Graves. Don't know why he had to flash then, because I believe he was still in auto attack range, but yeah, he did get the kill, so arguably it was okay. Sion is now bot lane. He could be pushing top lane, but he was going for a bit of a roam, it seems. I'm potentially looking for a Kennen kill here if I can land a stun or something. Getting a bit of damage on the tier 2, and now I see the enemies on the minimap, so I'm going to simply just back away. So yeah, this game, again, is going fairly well. 8-3-2 is a decent score. 130 farm. Could be more, honestly, but it's okay. You know, you're not gonna... One thing to say that a lot of people, when they watch my videos, is they don't realise, and a lot of low elo people don't realise this in general, is the higher rating you play, the better people you're against. Now, that might sound really ridiculous, and there's a free kill on Nidalee, but if it's a diamond versus a diamond, both diamonds might not look amazing because it's a diamond countering a diamond. Obviously, skill differences really show when you have diamonds, say, versus a bronze. Then yes, the skill difference will show massively. But once you're diamonds versus diamonds or plats versus plats, whatever it may be, obviously the skill difference isn't going to show that much, or it might look like a boring matchup, or it might look like people are making mistakes. But it is mainly because they're the same rating, honestly. That is a big reason why some matchups are like that. Now, Rek'Sai does go fully ham on me. Again, I think this Rek'Sai thinks he's strong, or she's stronger than they actually are as a champion. She's not fed right now. Now, Ahri, that was a weird charm. That was odd. That was just bizarre. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this commentary, I don't think she was having her best game. She did miss a lot of charms that arguably were quite easy charms. But again, I did dodge a few too. But yeah. Yeah, this game, hopefully you guys are enjoying this format, or at least it's okay for just one video. Again, this isn't ideal, but because of the audio going corrupt, you know, you've got to just make do with what you've got. And what this game is showing you is you don't need to stomp your lane early. You know, I didn't. You know, I was at 2 kills, 3 deaths at one point. And yes, bot lane did do extremely well, but throughout the rest of this game, you're going to be able to see myself as a Syndra, make some picks, make some plays, and that's one thing that I wanted just to really highlight in this video, was the power of Syndra. If you are right now with the new season coming out very, very soon, looking for a new mid laner that potentially can carry games, that potentially just randomly just pick off the AD carry, then I would highly recommend Syndra, as I do believe she is very, very strong and not that hard to play. She's like decently hard. If you get behind on her, she is difficult because she doesn't actually have an escape, so you can get farmed if you get behind. But overall, I do think she's a great champion. So right now, I'm kind of thinking, hang on, we could do Dragon, why are you basing? So both of us kind of like, are we doing Dragon? We both edge away, but then we do decide to do it, which is a bit risky. We don't actually have vision, or a lot of vision, left of the enemy blue buff, so if they're coming down that line, then we're in trouble. But as you can see, Sion has baited all of them top lane, and he does simply just ult away. So that's really good. He does ult away, we get the dragon for free, and nobody actually died. So that's really cool. But again, you're going to see the Sion being a knob by talking in all chat when there's no need. I don't get these people, like, what are you trying to prove? I don't get it. I guess that he wants attention, I don't know. And his build is god-awful. Like, if you play Sion or you're wanting to play him, do not follow that build at all. It's really, really bad. But it seems to work for him in this game, or he's just tanky enough to survive in most cases. But yeah. So this game, as I was kind of leading on to my last point of skill differences don't show up a lot when you get to higher ratings. It's true in that respect. Now I am going to go for a kill just onto the Kennen, and boom, there you go. I'm now legendary, being 11-3-3. Sion, I think, does go aggressive for the Nidalee. He does actually flash to try and get her, but I think she might actually end up surviving. Now, she actually does turn to go back on him, which is a free stun for me. Was just about to land and kill him, but then she does flash away. Because I get it also in comment sections and stuff, comments saying, God, you don't actually look that good when I'm playing in Diamond or whatever. And again, it is because, like, first thing, everybody is allowed to have a bad game, and especially in this series, I upload every single one of the games, and that is one thing to say. This series, for me, is trying to give as accurate a representation of going up in rating as possible. That's why I upload my good games, my bad games, my wins and my losses, because it does give you that accurate representation of what solo queue is actually like. Now, the enemy team, for whatever reason, is deciding to go pretty aggressive on us. They're so far behind, I don't think it's really much of a point. Now, I didn't even damage Ari at all before I landed the ultimate on her, and you can see how much damage it did. Now, I'm going to go for the kill onto the Rek'Sai, maybe, but Soraka does actually end up in the area. Not sure if she's going to pick up anything here, but Rek'Sai does actually fall into another QE of mine. There's Soraka ult, which gives me a bit of health. Now, I make a bit of a mistake here going all in. You can see my damage is very high. I need to land one more Q. He flashes my Q and W, and he actually does survive. So well played by him. He still manages to go down by the graves, but I do die. So that was actually well played by Corki. He did, you know, outplay me in regards to flashing. But yeah, that will be it. So this game, I think, is coming into an end shortly. I think we do still have the Nexus turrets to go. It is only 23 minutes in, but again, normally, yeah, you can't learn that much from stomps, but because this is Plat to Diamond, this is why I wanted to upload this game. And I got annoyed that obviously the audio became corrupt, so yeah. Hopefully that will never happen again. I know what the problem was. Basically, it recorded with the wrong microphone and everything like that. It just went a bit odd. So yeah, hopefully things will go well. I am in the process of making a couple of guide videos. By the time of you watching this, if you're watching this in, like, I don't know, 5 months down the line from me uploading it, then the guides will already be out. But I am in the process of making several guides. And also one thing to say, guys, and this is a bit off topic to the actual commentary, but obviously the game is wrapping up. If you right now are watching the video and you have something to say in regards to item build or something like that, or the meta or whatever, make sure you look at when the video was uploaded. I get so many comments of people going, no, the item build is wrong, and they're talking about item builds like they're watching a video that is like a year old. And it's like, well, obviously it's wrong. That video was uploaded a year ago. It's a lot different now. So make sure you look at the uploaded date, because that is a little petty hate of mine, is when people comment on something that is blatantly obvious to me. But yeah, anyway, we are moving into the enemy base. I did DFG Corky, unfortunately, but I do just decide to blow up her. Now, the enemy team is trying to move in for me. The Rek'Sai seems to, like, just want to kill me over and over again, but I do pick her up now. There we go. So that does make my score 16-14-4 with a CS score of 190, which is decent. It's good enough to win the game, and that will be wrapping up the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully the format was okay. Again, it's not ideal, but you got to just make it work, I guess. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. And good luck in the new season if it is out in the next week or so. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So goodbye.